Well, good evening, my teleporters. This is Marie with University. First thing I want to say is that how you doing? I want you to like and subscribe. We only have about 6 or 7 subscribers away from my goal of 200. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. Today's story is, as you can see, it's kind of dark in here. It's kind of a gloomy one, you know. So this particular video, though, will have some content in it that some people may not be comfortable with. Meaning it's going to be describing, MURDERERS, okay? If I'm saying it right. It's going to be describing, some of the details of that. And so if that offends you, please go ahead and close out of the video now, okay? If this type of stuff offends you. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and get started, okay? So basically this video is called I Survived the Serial Killer. Now, remember I always say that when I was young, I was something else. I was nothing nice when I was young. But when I had my children, I decided to slow it down because, when you have kids, you don't want your kids to see you doing anything. My kids have never seen me take a drink, okay? That's how well I was with my kids because I was traumatized from my childhood watching my parents do that. That's another story. But I just want to give a little backstory on this particular serial killer. This guy here, he worked for UPS. So he worked for UPS. He was a big guy, big tall guy, about 6'4", 250 pounds, maybe 60 pounds. And I did know him personally. And so I'm going to explain now how I ended up meeting him personally. A girlfriend of mine, I moved to a new apartment complex, met a new friend. We got along great, started hanging out. We hung up about 2 years. She and her boyfriend would have all these barbecues and get-togethers. And this particular gentleman, he would always go to these barbecues. Okay, so that's how I knew him. We would talk, play dominoes. Remember back in the day, we played dominoes and cards and spades, and we would have a great time. And so this particular guy, he liked, he had a habit of trying to talk to people, but I guess he just wasn't our type, wasn't the women's type, even though he did work for UPS. Because some women, it's like, he worked for UPS, I'm going to get him, he got a job. Well, I was never like that. You know what I liked. I told you, if you weren't balling, I was not calling. So, several murders occurred prior to my run-in with him, okay? There was a Caucasian lady that was raped and murdered near his home. And they never did find out who did this to this woman, and this happened way back in, I would say, the late 90s. They never found out who KIL her, okay, KILED her, okay? So that's prior to them coming out with what? Cracking a DNA code, right? I mean, they did a breaking news story on that. So I was like, what's so important about this DNA code thing? Let me look this up. I was like, wow, they can find out this, that, and that, So I was like, wow, this is great. This is just awesome that they've cracked the DNA code, So after this young lady was murdered, what they did was they decided to go back into the files, into the police databases to find DNA. And they ended up matching his DNA with that he had been in this young lady's home. So they couldn't prove that he murdered her, but they did prove that he had been in her home, okay? So they were trying to get him, but it just was not enough evidence to catch him at that time, okay? And I want to tell you guys, the world is very, 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 very small. Although it seems huge, it is very small. Because the girlfriend that I was telling you about, come to find out, when I went to my family reunion, she was there, my friend from the apartment complex. And I'm like, what are you doing here? And she's like, this is my family. I'm like, this is my family. You know, it's crazy. Well, come to find out, her mom's sister was married to my dad's brother. So we ended up being third or fourth cousins or whatever. You know, that's how small the world is. We had been friends all that time, had no idea that our uncles, my uncle and her auntie were married. Okay. So, um, her and her boyfriend love to have all these different barbecues. But before we get to the barbecues, I wanted to say that another young lady was killed that I knew. I knew her. We grew up together in the hood. We grew up together. She was so pretty, so beautiful. You know, she used to get bullied in elementary school, but I noticed when I did see her when we got grown that she was more of like the gangster type. At this point, she had a teardrop tattoo by her eye, tattoos everywhere. You know, so I was like, wow, she's really changed. You know, after being bullied, I guess she said, I'm not gonna take nobody else's stuff. I'm fit to start protecting myself. I'm gonna become a gangster because her boyfriend and I used to do things together. Okay, so her name was Tamika Perkins. She was so gorgeous, gorgeous. I wish I had a picture of her, just beautiful. So they found Tamika in a high rise, which was one of the first high rise apartment complexes they had built here in Houston, over off Bracewood near the Gessner area. And so they found Tamika there. She was in a fetal position in the closet. And for what I understand, she had maggots coming out of her eyes. She was decomposing. And I was just like, no, not Tamika, you know. But I was actually thinking that it could have been some type of gangster stuff because she was into a lot of stuff, but she was still sweet as pie at the same time, you know. And so they found Tamika, which I knew her very well. Okay. Next victim. Check this out. So I was in college. And my manager from our apartment complex was like, you know what? You would be perfect for a leasing agent at one of our other properties that's right around the corner. I'm going to send you around there. I know she'll love you. So when I get around to the other apartments to interview, she's like, oh my God, you're so great. I want to hire you. And you know, so I ended up working there, okay? But when the person whose spot I took, come to find out, she was murdered, okay? And what happened was she did not show up for work. And the manager sent the maintenance guys around the corner and knocked on the door, thinking that she may have overslept or something. But when they got there, they noticed that her door was ajar. About this much was ajar. So they were calling her name. She didn't answer, so they decided to go in to see what's going on. And when they got there, they found her. Found her deceased in the bathtub, in a blood bathtub. And the maintenance men were in shock because they saw like some of her teeth on the floor. You know, I'm just going to get a little bit with it. They saw some of her teeth on the floor. And they also saw when he was trying to pack her to the bathroom, she was using her little feet because she was a little petite, beautiful little girl too. Beautiful. Her little feet, you could see her bloody footprints pushing from on the side of the door, trying to push from not going into the bathroom. They say her bloody footprints was on the wall. And I was like, oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus. That is so sad. Who could have done her like this, you know? Who could have done this young lady like this? So I ended up taking her spot. And what they did with her apartment was the owners, they made her apartment the model unit, which is the unit that you would go show to a potential prospect who wants to lease there. And I hated going in that apartment, y'all. I did not want to go into that apartment because I knew that child had passed away in that apartment. You know, I'm like, why y'all put this as a model? And it was beautiful, don't get me wrong. Still, I did not want to go in there. But I would take the prospects in. And one particular day, I took some Spanish folks in there. And we were standing by the table just discussing little things. How much is the deposit application? Can you tell me why the whole damn light bulb just said, pow, burst? I say, time to go, everybody. Let's go. Let's move it. Let's get it. We got to get out of here. Let's go. Let's march it on out of here. They say, oh, okay, está bien. Let's go. Yeah, vámonos. You know, I got the hell out of there. The light bulb just popped. And I was like, shit. I'm not going back in there. I refuse to go back in there. I am not. And I'm going to tell the man, you want to fire me? Fire me. I don't give a shit. I'm not going back in that apartment. Okay? So I took the Spanish folks on up there, leased them. to another unit, of course, but I was not going there. She was like, you need it. Every day they would ask me to go cut off the lights at the model. I never went unless the maintenance man was with me. I was not going in there by myself. No, ma'am. That's just me. I am very, suspicious, and I'm scared of ghosts, and that's just it, period. So I would leave the lights on. The manager would get mad at me. She would say, why you left the lights on? I said, oh, I forgot. No, I'm scared, bitch. I'm not going in there. Okay? Especially if that light bulb popped. I'm not going there, period, to show nobody nothing. You know where I started showing? My own apartment. My apartment was pretty. Was really pretty. So I would show the people my apartment. They said, oh my God, I love this. This is really nice, Wow, so I was like, yes, this is the model line. It was my apartment, y'all. I was not showing them that model. I'll be damned if I was going in there. So that poor child, she was beautiful too. And what he would do with her, from what I understand, is take her, send her flowers. And he kind of find out he lived there. He used to live there previously. And he would wash her car without even asking, just wash her car. Send her flowers, go buy some of the lunch, And she's like, well, thank you, thank you, but, why are you doing all this? I'm not interested in you like that. But he couldn't understand that. He didn't like no. He did not like to be rejected. Okay? So he killed him. That's what he did. So right across the street, let me see, it's lighting a little bit. Turn up a little bit. It seems like I'm just too dang on dark up in here. There we are. Now you guys can see me better. So now, right across the street from us was another complex. Tell me why another young lady gets killed across the street. She had just dropped her babies off at the daycare. So I knocked on the door, went in there, killed her. So the police already knew they had a serial killer on their hands. They just didn't know who it was, and neither did we, So that goes to show you how small the world is. So basically, when I say the world's small, I knew Tamika. I took over the leasing agent's position who died. You get it? He was a friend. He was actually the best friend of my girlfriend, my cousin, that I found out was my cousin. Her boyfriend was his best friend. Okay? See how small the world is? All this time we run around a serial killer, don't even know it. That's why I told you don't know if a man is a serial killer or not. You see what I'm saying? You don't know people. You cannot say that you know people. Because you'll never know people permanently. I mean, just totally. You won't. So, they had another barbecue. Here I am. I come up there, my little shorts and everything, ready to party and drink. And we had a great time. We played games. And, we were just having fun. And he kept whispering at her boyfriend's ear, telling him that he liked me. We were dancing and everything, So I danced with him a couple of times, but that's it. It's a dance, buddy. That's all you're going to get is a dance from me. You're not my type. You big yellow. I don't like big yellow dudes. Okay, no offense, big yellow dudes. But I don't do the big yellow dudes. I like chocolate, caramel, something like that. But I don't do the big yellows. And then, he looked like Yogi Bear or somebody. I just wasn't with him. He wasn't my type. So he was telling his friend that he liked me and to see what I said. And I said, hell no. He's not my type. No, thank you. So he got upset. He got pissed off because I didn't like him. Okay? Oh, yes, he was hot the rest of the night. Got quiet. Didn't want to, cooperate with everybody, play the games and stuff. He was just, he just got real quiet. And his friend was like, man, what's wrong with you? You quiet as all I know. You loud. He's like, nothing ain't around me. Nothing. And then so finally I said, oh, I need to ride home. Shit. He said, oh, I'll take you home. Right? He said, he'll take me home. And I was like, my stomach just said, shoo. I got a bad feeling. And my first mind said, do not get in the car with that man, Marie. Don't. And he was just determined just so determined to take me home. They said, oh, Ever take you home? He cool. He'll take you home. I said, no, I don't want him to take me home. He already mad at me because I won't talk to him. Now, why he want to take me home? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of backwards to me. I know I'm drunk, but I ain't that drunk. So, my girlfriend was like, you sure you want to let him take you home? I say, no, bitch, I'm not letting that motherfucker take me nowhere. I said, he pissed off, and you never know, well, he can rape me or anything. No, hell no, I ain't going nowhere with him. He can RAP me or anything. I'm not going with him. So um, we started back dancing, right? And here he come behind me. Do you know what this bastard did? He grabbed me by my neck, the back of my neck, and pushed me down forward to, I guess, to twerk on, ride my butt behind or something. And I just, elbowed on like this. I said, get your ass on me. I say, don't ever do that, brother. Don't do that. Matter of fact, don't dance with me no more. Keep your hands to yourself. I say, because that was very aggressive. Stop. I say, maybe you're too drunk or something. I don't know, but don't touch me no more and don't try to dance with me no more. And don't be mad pissed off because I don't want you, because I don't like yellow boys. Okay? Now you know the reason why I don't like you. So I calls up my Jamaican friend. I'm like, Daddy, come get me. He was like, okay, got it. I'm on my way. So I had my guy friend to try to come get me. Oh, he was hot. He wanted to take me home. He was telling me, I'll give you $100. You let me take you home. What would you give me $100 to take me home for? I said, I'm not a whore, nor a prostitute or anything. He said, I ain't saying that. I'm just saying that, that's how much I like you. I really like you. I'll do whatever it takes if you let me take you home. I said, hell no. You can keep your money, buddy. I'm not letting you take me home. Nowhere. I say, matter of fact, I have my guy friend coming to pick me up. Oh, girl. Do you know what he did, y'all? He knocked everybody's drinks off the damn table. Really? You knock everybody, you just like you and hitting the walls, and his friends like, hey man, get out of my house, man. You gotta go. You gotta go with all that. What the hell is wrong with you? You gotta go. And they were best friends. He's like, nah, man. Oh, you gonna put me out for that bitch? You gonna put me out for that bitch? Huh? He said, man, you tearing up my girl house and shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? You gotta go. It's just simple as that. So, I was like, this one was right. You know what I'm saying? And I could see him in my periphery. He just standing at me. Mean mugging me. And I couldn't help but kind of glance over to see how he looking. Like all the hate in the world towards me. Because I wouldn't let him take me home. You definitely not taking me nowhere, buddy. No, sir. Well, anyway, my guy friend comes to pick me up. He takes me home. I would say about a month later is when they came on the news and said that they've captured the serial killer. And they called him the UPS serial killer. And guess who it was, of course? Miss Hill. It was him. I was like, damn, I could have been a dead bitch. Oh, he was going to get me that night. He was going to get me. Everybody on this channel watching right now know he was going to tear me up because he was mad because I didn't like him. And all he just wanted me to do was just get in that car with him. That's all he wanted me to do. And they said, come to find out, they found out through the Caucasian lady's DNA, and then Tamika, and then the leasing agent, I forgot her name, and then the lady from the court. And he had killed so many women, it was ridiculous. Because they rejected him. He did not like rejection. Because come to find out, my girlfriend was telling me that one of our other cousins was actually having sexual relations with this guy, was actually going with this guy, kind of like talking to him, was having sex with him. That's why he didn't kill you, girl, because you gave it up. But if you would have said no, then it would have been a problem. The good Lord was with you, cuz. The good Lord was with you. But kind of find out it was him. He had killed so many women. And why you killed Tamika? Why you do that? Why you kill that lady, that leasing agent? Why? Because they didn't want you. He did not like rejection. But the moral to the story is that the good Lord is with me, and the moral to the story is that follow your first mind sometimes. If your first mind say, do not let that bastard take you home or take you nowhere, or get in a car with somebody that or your stomach start burning like mine did, it's a problem coming. So follow your first mind. Don't go with the second. Follow the first. Okay? And baby, Cornell X, I don't know if y'all know who Cornell X is. He's like this black activist in the neighborhood because they allowed him to be bonded out. Can you believe that? They allowed him to be bonded out. Baby, Cornell X had everybody named him in front of his house, in front of his mama's house, telling them to take him back to jail. His mammy should have never got him out. He was, he was a serial killer. He was sickening, just killing women. And I would have been I'm telling you right now, I would have been gone. But guess what? I got who? The man upstairs. Girl, I done been through, y'all don't know. I have been through some situations. You know what my daughter always say? Mama, you need to write a book. You have to write a book on your life. People read that book, they'll be like, you know what, how my book will have y'all? My book will have y'all like this. And then they have y'all like this. And then my book will have y'all like this here. What the fuck? Or, my book will have you with all types of emotions. My book really will. So, she pumped me up to try to write. So sometimes I write some of my memories down, and maybe I can do a memoir or something. I don't know. But I've done it, girl. Been I've done it. So I tell my kids, nothing you can do can fool me. Been there, done it. Okay? So don't try with me. It's best you ask me or, tell the truth. And you won't get hurt, little boy. My big boy, he's 21, but he's big. I'm like, you won't get hurt, little boy. But God saved me that night. He was with me. The man upstairs was with me. Because, baby, he would have gotten me. And he have gotten people that I know. You see what I'm saying? See how small the world is? How things kind of like connect? Isn't that weird? The leasing agent's job was who I took over her job, and he killed my friend Tamika and the lady across the street. And we were like, and we really didn't pay it a mind as thinking that it was a serial killer, but the police knew they had a serial killer on their hand. They knew it, But baby, when they broke their DNA code, that was the best thing they could have done. And that's how they found him. So Brother Edwards is in jail for life. Praise the Lord. He's in jail. But now, you see what I'm saying? That you don't have to go out with every man that you meet. Because he was ready to get me, baby. He was going to tie me up, and he was going to do me like he did that leasing agent. That girl the maintenance man said they ran out throwing up. Out of her house throwing up because she looked so bad. And they said that he had bleach, lots and bottles of bleach in there on her. Bastard. And just to see a woman's footprints on top of a wall, trying to push her little self. But he was so big, she couldn't handle him. Baby, I'd have bit them. I would have went downstairs and bit it, decapitated it, okay? Now what you gonna use for me, baby? You can't use nothing for me because guess what? You don't have one anymore, okay? I don't give a damn. I would have done that. I would have decapitated it. What you gonna do with me? Huh? You can't do nothing with me now. It's gone, okay? It's flushed down the toilet. That's where it would go, fucking with me, And I know y'all say, oh, she always talking shit. But I'm telling you, I will, the adrenaline for a mother to get back to her kids is something powerful. And every mother knows that. The first thing that comes to their mind, their kids. I got to get back to my kids. I got to fight my way through this to get back to my kids. So, yeah. I survived a serial killer. He was for to get me. He for to tear me up. He was. And I knew him personally. And I've been to several barbecues with him. Right there sitting in my face after he done killed all them people. All those women. How can you smile and cheese and have a good time after you did something like that? I don't understand. Let me just be quiet. Anyway, I just wanted y'all to know, again, ladies, it's okay to talk on the phone with a person for a whole damn month if you need to have. It's okay to drive your own shit to a date. And, watch who you dealing with. It's okay to run a background check. But see, he worked for UPS. And see, if a UPS man knock on your door, most times women will open the door. I don't open my damn door for the mailman. If I got a package, put it on the porch. Thank you. Have a good day. And once I see him head down the stairs and go his way, then I'll open my door and get the package. I don't play. Because I really be trying to, I know there's no way you can foresee everything, but I really try to be careful. You know, because I know what goes on out there. Because I told you when I was younger, I know. For some people, this is a job to rob people and to do these things, different horrible things. You know, it's a job. So I just wanted to let y'all know that I did survive him. He would have gotten me, and everybody and their mama knew it. And my girlfriend said years later when they put him in, you know, gave him his house, she said, "You said something was wrong with him, girl. You would not get in that car." I said, "Bitch, I told you." My first mind said no. My stomach was hurting. I was like, "No." She said, "You said it." I said, and I would have been gone. See that I wouldn't even be. I wouldn't even have my babies, you know? So just be careful of the guys that you date and the guys that you reject, rather, because they will act a fool when you reject them. You know, they shot a young lady over at that same area. Guy shoots her in her face because she didn't want to give him her phone number. Really, you shot at her face because she didn't want to give you her phone number? Bastard. So be careful with the rejection, how you reject a guy too nowadays. And it's sad that we have to be careful how to reject. Usually we're like, no, I got a man, thank you, step off, you know. But now you got to be all easy with him and calm with him and be like, well, yes, I'm married. But, you know, I'm sure God will bless you with a wife one day. Or, you know, you got to kind of talk to him like that nowadays because they're hardcore rejection. Like, nigga, get out of my face. They ain't having that. They really are doing some stuff to women nowadays. So, again, this is a short video. Just wanted to let y'all know that I did survive him. And I'm grateful, you know. No telling how many more women he has, you know, helped meet their demise. But it damn sure ain't helping me mine, because my first mind told me, bitch, don't get in that car or you gone. That was the Holy Spirit probably telling me, Marie, no, don't go. So I didn't, and I'm here, you know. And oh, baby, he was hot, me looking at me like that. I was gonna say, is there something wrong with your face? Do you have a problem? Like, really? The hell is wrong with you? Because I said, no, I don't do big yellow Yogi Bear looking motherfuckers. I don't do you. Okay? I like them chocolate caramel. That's what I like. So get over it. Okay? You don't even know me like that to be so mad that I don't want to talk to you. You know? So be careful how you reject guys nowadays. You seen the guy bite the woman, bit all in the face. You know, just ignorant, evil. It's the evilness is out here. I'm telling you. So that's all I had to say today, you know. Be careful of your surroundings. Be careful of the guys that you fool with. And be careful how you reject guys nowadays. And I know it's sad that we have to be careful to reject. I know it's sad. But you got to let them down easy nowadays. Because, baby, they would do some sickness stuff to you, you know. Otherwise, I thank you guys so much for watching, tuning into my channel. Thank you so much for the love. We only got about, I think we have like 5 or 6 subscribers to go for my 200 goal. And without you guys, of course, I wouldn't have met it. Thank you all. Like, subscribe, comment, and like. Like. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye.